Hi, this is Mimi, and this is the Bible Part 4. Let's do a quick review. We've been looking at the Bible and what it is. And remember, we talked about it being a group of books. And remember, there are 66 books in the Bible. And we talked about that it is a letter from God to the whole world. It is not just for one group of people or one area of the world. It's for the whole world. And it's a letter from God. It is written by men, inspired by God, to us. And one of the messages is that God loves us. And we've been looking at the Old Testament. Remember, there's two divisions, the Old Testament and the New, and we've been looking at the Old Testament. And the Old Testament has 39 books. Remember, we've talked about the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And many call it the law. What we talked about is that in Hebrew, it's called the Torah. And God loves us. And Torah means instructions. So it's God's loving instructions to us. And then we looked at the next group of books: Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther. And those are books of history. And today we're going to look at 5 more books. And these are Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. That one is kind of a long word. And these 5 books are books of poetry. And today we're going to look and get a brief summary of those 5 books. And we're going to start with Job. It looks like Job, huh? But it's really Job. It's a man's name. And this book is about a man named Job. And it tells that he lost a lot. And that God has the final word alone. And eventually, the things that Job had lost, God restored. And the next book is called Psalms. Psalms, or the Psalms, means praise. It's praise to God. These are directed to Yahweh, the one true God. It has been referred to as the Songs of Israel. Well, it is only partially true, because there's also prayers in there as well. And these songs and prayers are usually sung. Now, the next book is called Proverbs. What is a proverb? Well, it's a general truth with practical, good advice. And it was derived from observations, but it was divinely inspired by God. And it's very beneficial to those who read it. It is a book of wisdom, a book to make you smart and make right choices. It helps you make right choices. And the next book is called Ecclesiastes. Can you say that? Ecclesiastes. Well, that's a Hebrew word, and it means preacher. Preacher. The purpose is to prove that everything under the sun that doesn't include God is empty and meaningless. The fullness of life is a gift from God. And the next book is called The Song of Solomon. The Song of Solomon. Remember, we first mentioned Solomon in Samuel. He was King David's son. And he did become King Solomon. And this is a book on love. It teaches that marriage and faithfulness to your husband and wife is God's greatest calling for a man and woman. And the songs say, some people say, they are songs of God's love for his people. So those are the 5 books of poetry: Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and the Song of Solomon. Well, I hope you enjoyed our brief study today. And if you get a chance, pick up a Bible and start looking at the books in the Bible and become acquainted with them. I hope you have a great day. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Bye-bye. Well, there you go. Bye-bye.